I managed to convince a diehard Vol fan to give me the mic and talk Gator football on a predominantly Tennessee Vol podcast is beyond me. But here we are. Welcome to Gator Bites. I'm Jay Mello, co-host of the Vol Patriot podcast. In these mini episodes, the Vol Patriot and I will talk a little Florida Gator football. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you know when new Gator Bites drop. Go Gators! Y'all, we lost to LSU this weekend, and you would think that it would be a good loss against LSU because they're ranked number 3 in the country, but if you really take a look at that game, it was pretty pathetic on both sides. So I wonder how close LSU was to actually losing this game.
Yeah, LSU was very close to losing this game against Florida. From what I saw, we have Nussenmeyer, whatever the guy name is. He's this Heisman candidate, and he's been hyped up. So he comes in this game, and Florida's coming in this game not looking their best, and he's supposed to have a field day. If I told you that he was going to throw for 220 yards, 1 touchdown and a pick, you might think, oh, wow, well, either it's an extremely close game or they probably lost that game. Well, if you saw the rest of these stats, you might actually think maybe they lost this game. But all in all, very, very hard to watch. This was hard to watch. And I watched bits and pieces, definitely watched the entirety of the first quarter. And I will say this, I am not a Florida fan. I've said this before. As a Tennessee fan, we all know what it is. If the Gators get roasted up on a barbecue, I'm eating it. But watching this game, I felt for you guys. I really did.
I feel for us for the rest of the season, but that's a discussion for a later time. You talked about the stats of this game, and really when you do look at the different elements, our time of possession, our first downs, the third down conversions, the total number of plays, we seem to dominate. And I don't want to use the term dominate. That might be a little aggressive.
No. Let's look at the stats. I say you dominated. Time of possession. LSU, 22 minutes and 14 seconds. Florida, 37 minutes, 46 seconds. That's domination in my opinion. First downs. LSU had 10. Florida had 23. That's domination in my opinion. Now, third down conversions. This is where it gets really silly now. Pay attention to this. Third downs for Florida. We'll start with Florida. 6 of 17. Well, that's not that good. Well, what about LSU? 4 of 14? What? Yeah, that's a what moment. Total plays, Florida had them beat 76 to LSU's 52. The biggest thing that stands out here when you look at turnovers, that's the next stat that I have circled here. LSU had 1, Florida had 5. Now, everyone's focusing on that stat alone. Well, that's why Florida lost. Yes.
It didn't help. 5 turnovers is a little much.
It's excessive, folks. It's not good. It's not good.
The turnovers really were a problem for us because it really depleted our momentum. If you look at the last half of the game, it was like interception, punt, interception, punt. You'd have to, it was bad enough that Josh Pate included us in his Sarah McLachlan segment, which was sad. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I will post a link below so you can be sad with me.
Good old Josh Pate there. It's never good. It's never good to end up on Pate State and have your team in the background throwing interceptions and looking terrible while Sarah McLachlan's playing. But one could argue that LSU easily could have been on the same page as Florida, via had they lost this game. Either or, they still didn't look good for a number 3 team in the country. You come into this game, you're at home, it's at night, so no more excuses. Shots there when they played Tennessee in a noon game, and well, it wasn't at night. Well, you played it at night this time, and I mean, you couldn't look much worse than you did. The stats play in Florida's favor outside of the turnovers. And the offense didn't look good. I mean, what was it? We already said the stat, 4-14 on third downs. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, don't ask Brian Kelly what happened to his offense, because he especially in a press conference, because he does not like those type of questions. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will post a link below.
It's quite funny, to be honest. Watching that video, I thought to myself, oof. I thought the reporter was going to kind of back down. Nope.
No, that reporter went all in.
He really did. And definitely something to watch. That's real entertainment for you guys. That's real entertainment.
Really, at the end of the day, it was just a mess of a game on both sides. But honestly, it was so disappointing to see Florida struggle like they are struggling. I mean, their schedule the rest of the year is brutal. If I'm not mistaken, they have the hardest schedule in the country.
Yeah.
Not just in the SEC, not just of ranked teams. Like, in the country, they have the toughest schedule. I mean, we play Miami next week, and this is a big in-state rivalry, and I am not looking forward to it. I don't know what Billy Napier is going to do. He has, honestly, in my opinion, been a disappointment as a coach, and I am nervous about what's going to happen this week. But, I guess all we can do, I feel like I have that Vol syndrome that Tennessee fans have, where they get all amped up and like it's going to be a great season, and then something happens.
I repeat, had.
Okay.
Since Josh Heupel's been here, those days are gone. Don't speak that evil on me, Bobby. Don't you speak that evil on me.
Okay. Well, whatever that syndrome is, I currently have it. I am not looking forward to watching this game. I am very nervous for the rest of the season.
I just want to make a comment. You said the rest of the season. I just want you guys to understand when she says, all right, when Jay Mello says the toughest schedule, in the country, this is what it looks like next week, or this coming Saturday. Miami, at Miami. Then Texas comes to town. Okay. Then Texas A&M. Actually, you go to Texas A&M. Then Mississippi State, which was thought to be an easy game to win. I don't know anymore. All right. Then you have Georgia come to town. Then you go to Kentucky. That's kind of been your Achilles heel lately. The Kentucky game. I don't know about it, but you guys have struggled in that. Oh, good old Lame Kiffin. Yeah, you already know why his name is Lame. And then my good old Vols are going to come to town, and we're going to drain the swamp. We're going to drain the swamp, but that's another conversation. And then Florida State, which we thought Florida State was what they like to say, unalive. Well, they're alive. They're good and alive, and they're coming. So, number one schedule in the nation. It's hard to argue against it. And the way you guys have been playing, there's questions. But I bring tidings and joy. As much as your offense didn't look all that great, I have to give it up to Florida's defense. Your defensive line was very impressive. I watched heavily the first quarter, and obviously, I have a certain take about the first quarter and how easily you guys could have been up 17-0, and I don't see LSU coming back from that. But your defense, I don't have the stat sheet in front of me, but I do remember it was something like punt, field goal, touchdown, punt, interception, or something along. LSU did not look good against your defense. And, maybe a couple of calls, like maybe not a holding call gets called against you guys. And this game is much different than what the outcome ended up being. So I say this, with that being said, on my end, I don't think Florida is as bad as we believe they are, but they're definitely not good. And in retrospect, I don't think LSU is as good as everyone's hyping them up to be. And they're much worse than maybe what we think. I don't think their quarterback's good. I think their defense is good enough, but I think their offense is not well. It's not a good team. We have them ranked too high, and unfortunately, Florida just couldn't get the win here. But they were capable of getting the win. I believe you're capable of getting the win.
I believe we were capable of getting the win in the first half of the game, and then after that,
Big Mo.
That momentum just was non-existent there at the end. And all I can say is that I hope that the games moving forward, we see some better opportunities, better play calling, better momentum, and hopefully, sweet little DJ Lagway comes out looking a little bit more, impressive, because it was not good. It was not good in Saturday's game. And then, hopefully Billy Napier coaches. Hopefully he coaches.
What?
I mean, I don't know what his future holds. I don't know how the rest of the Gator Nation feels about Billy Napier. Last year, we were on the fire him train real quick, and I'm not sure that we're on the fire him train real quick right now.
I'm not a Gator fan, but I think you guys are. I think it's fire Billy Napier. I think you guys, I say this, had Billy Napier been a better coach, in my opinion, would you guys be losing these games?
Maybe not. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I'm so defeated as a Gator fan that I'm just like, I don't know anymore. But I'm sure that we will have lots more to discuss in future Gator Bite episodes.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But final thoughts here. What do you think of this upcoming game against Miami? Here's my question to you, OJ Mello. If Florida, and this is a two-part question, if Florida loses, how long will it be that Billy Napier is at Florida? If Florida wins, does he stay another year?
I would answer yes. I would answer yes to the second question, and I would say that he'll probably stay the whole year. I don't think they'll fire him mid-season. I really don't. That doesn't seem to be the MO of the program. So I think that he would stay out the whole year. But I guess only time will tell.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, Gator fans, you heard it here. Opportunity for you guys to go out here and execute, maybe get a win against Miami, and let people know that, almost beating LSU at LSU wasn't a fluke. But, you got to go out there and execute. And hopefully some calls go your way as well. But it is what it is. Jay Mello, take it away.
Thank you for tuning into Gator Bites. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can catch any future episodes. Chomp, chomp.